Hi, this is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. Today we're talking to Heather Mather about eating healthy in the new year. Now, Heather is a registered dietitian with Alberta Health Services. Now, Heather, with the new year, people want to get healthy. One of those ways is certainly to start eating healthier. So what are a couple of ways that people can start off with in terms of eating healthy?
Sure. Well, Alberta Health Services has some simple steps that people can work towards to eat healthier for the new year. And it's a great time to set some goals for healthier eating. The first thing to do would be to set out some SMART goals. So simple, manageable, attainable, rewardable goals, timely goals. But keep it simple. I think that's the key, and to work with what you can do with your goals that you can be successful with. So having fruit for breakfast or having vegetables for a snack, but just keep it to one goal per week, and then reward yourself. Maybe the reward will be, I feel better, I've accomplished this goal too. It could just be a simple reward too. So keep it simple. That's one of the keys to setting yourself up for success. If you try to do too much, it's really not sustainable. And especially as an adult, it's hard to change habits. The steps are simple, the 6 steps are simple, but if you're in the habit of not eating a lot of vegetables and fruits, which a lot of us aren't, less than 40% of Southern Albertans get this 5 or more servings of vegetables and fruits a day, it can be difficult to change your habits. So focus on keeping some simple goals.
Okay. So what are some other things that people can do? I mean, certainly there's, you have a list of 6, so what are some of those other things?
So choosing and preparing healthy foods, it's in your control. So make those wise choices. So have a plan when you're making meals at home. And it's better to try to make meals at home because it gives you more control. You choose what's at the grocery store. Read the labels. Look for things that are higher in fiber, lower in fat, lower in sugar. Look for more real foods too, less packaged foods. It makes it easier to, if you're just buying your vegetables and fruits from the vegetable and fruit aisle. So keep that simple as well too, but have a plan. If you're eating out though too, try to get foods that aren't deep fried, get things that are baked or broiled, and make sure that you're choosing your vegetables on the side too, but make sure you're using those wise choices and not deep frying your foods. Try to bake, saute things at home instead of using your frying pan, deep fat fryer.
Certainly, fruits and vegetables, whole grains, all those things fit in as well, right?
Yeah, vegetables and fruits are higher in fiber, so they're going to stay with you longer because it takes longer to digest your fiber. And there's not a lot of calories in most of our vegetables and fruits, so that will help you set up for success. And choose half of your plate when you're having your main meals. Have half of your plate as vegetables, so that will help to fill you up too. Choose more vegetables for snacks or fruits. It's easy to try to get more fruits into your diet. Blend them up in a smoothie drink with some yogurt and milk. Some people will even throw some greens in there too, some spinach. I've got some good recipes if anyone wants to contact me too. Trust me, they're good. Believe me. But keep it simple there too. It is really easy to get your 5 or more servings, but that's your aim too, to work up to that. So yeah, definitely that should be a goal. And then your whole grains, choose at least half of your servings of grain products from Canada's Food Guide as whole grain. So look for the word whole, 100% whole grain. Popcorn is a whole grain too. Barley's a whole grain. Rye's a whole grain. So don't always just look at wheat as well. Oatmeal, cereal for breakfast. Oatmeal's a whole grain. So really work to have those in your diet. Choose brown rice or wild rice, whole wheat pasta, and then of course the whole grain bread. And we've got some really nice ones on in the grocery store now to choose from, with a lot of different types of grain. A lot of people are eating quinoa, which is a whole grain too, which is a good source of protein too. Which protein's important too if you're trying to lose weight. It takes longer to digest too, so you're going to be satisfied longer. A lot of women tend maybe not to have as much protein as men would. Men tend to have too much, but women sometimes need to focus more on getting those lean choices of protein in their diet for meals.
And certainly, watching how much you eat as well is equally as important, right?
Yes, know your portion sizes. Especially if you're eating out, portion sizes are so huge, and with the bulk stores now too, it's quite easy to overeat. So look at Canada's Food Guide as a resource for what your portion size should be, and keep it to a reasonable amount. Like, don't have huge amounts of meat. To a portion size deck of cards is a portion size, or the palm of your hand is a portion size for your meat and alternates. Half a cup of juice, which is just a little junior juice Tetra Pak container, which is actually a small serving size. A lot of people will have more than that. Half your plate should be vegetables when you're having your main meals, and just a quarter of that should be your meat alternates, and then another quarter as your whole grain choices.
Drinking as well. I mean, now that we're kind of after the holiday season, people aren't going to stop drinking because it's after the holidays, so they will continue drinking. So what are some alternatives that people can have for healthy drinks, I guess?
Well, your best choice is always going to be water. So there's no calories in water, and staying hydrated will help you not get hungry. Some people will mistake hunger and thirst, so it's really important to grab your water. And then, of course, Canada's Food Guide recommends 2 cups of milk a day for strong bones. So that's going to be a good choice to choose your lower fat ones. Your skim 1% milks are going to be a better choice. And then watch out for, the specialty coffee drinks with a lot of sugar in them. Pops, sports drinks, those have a lot of empty calories too, and it's easy to get too many calories from a beverage. So really be careful about that, and they're all over the marketplace. It's making wise choices is really important too. In that respect for beverages. And, alcoholic beverages are quite fattening, so keep those to a minimum as well.
Okay.
The key is these 6 steps are really quite simple. It is difficult, though, to do, if you're used to choosing, the sugary kind of coffee specialty drinks or the hot chocolates with a lot of sugar or fat.
Well, I think that's what it's all about, too, is people get into habits, and they need to break these habits, right? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah. Don't do it all at once, though. That's the key. Just keep doing it. Reward yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back for doing one simple step once a week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Thanks a lot, Heather. That's been some really great information. This is James Frey with Alberta Health Services for Health Matters. See you next time.